Why is corruption rampant in Kenya? I was today involved in a heated argument with my workmates on the need to conserve and save resources, especially public resources, so that the saved costs could be channeled to improve somewhere else for development agenda. The root of this argument was as a result of how public resources in our station are misused, making us spend more paying bills than necessary. I had started this argument after I was dreadfully fed up with the wastage, and my two partners, well-dressed, tall, stoutly built and well-shaved in their middle 30s and with a bachelor's degree each, were on the opposing side. You will never have an idea on how people feel on the grassroots pertaining Kenyan governance unless you interact, argue, mingle and chat with them. In the argument, I came closer to understand how bitterly obsessed and desperate people are on the events such as development of this nation called Kenya. I could therefore to express some of the sentiments, ideas and nostalgic attitudes that I anticipated. Most of the people I have interacted with on matters of Kenya, corruption debate, economy, services, survival and other aspects, you will realize that this country is headed to the land of oblivion. Yesterday, Thursday, October 11, 2018, the Kenya leading newspaper published an online story about how Kenyan corrupt millionaires have stashed billions of dollars abroad while their countrymen are anguishing in poverty. To add salt to the wound, it is now confirmed in the public domain. Youths are no longer seeking jobs. This is because all the few jobs available are awarded to whomever pays the highest bribes, who must also be related to someone in that firm or endorsed by a well-connected politician. Most Kenyans, especially the learned poor, have actually execrated. In Kenya, these days, it will cost you an average of $300,000, $2,975.07, to secure a low-end white-collar job, disciplined forces, NYS, nursing, and 100 times more for politically influenced jobs such as accounting, procurement, head of a parastatal, moving to another job group or any other favor. I am trying to imply that the situation has deteriorated to the minimum acceptable requirements, leaving people in a desperate canoe of quagmire. Back to your question now, why is corruption rampant in Kenya? There are a number of reasons why. However, let me categorically give a summary. The society has accepted it to be so. The most corrupt people are the most popular, famous, fancied, admired, celebrated, role models, motivational speakers, dominate TV headlines in good ways, are in curriculum books as good guys, and the law protects them from us. Divisive politics. Politics and corruption are like two identical twins in the same clothes. Politicians have devised easy ways to steal, and corrupt individuals have devised friendly means to rule Kenya. The top creed of leaders in our disposal for selections can be rejects in other countries such as Japan. Kenyan politics is the oxygen on which corruption breathes and thrives. The two entities are inseparable. Accomplices from abroad. These so-called donors, well-wishers, superpowers, friends and foes together collude with politicians to corruption as the loot is channeled abroad with some commission as payback. Corruption is now a big thriving business that should even be enlisted in the Nairobi Stock Exchange, NSE Corruption plc Kenya Limited. The church and civil society. If there is a rotten fish in this country that made other fish to rot, then it is the church, then civil society, then media, law courts, lawyers finish this race with the icing on the cake. All public institutions such as county governments, parliament, executive, judiciary, electoral body, anti-corruption and other independent bodies are a hoax. Kenya is afloat due to God's mercy and a few well-wishers and good citizens who have refused corruption as a way of life. The society is the source of this evil, while schools add more confusion to the formula. My two colleagues thereafter argued that even if they conserve and save resources for the institution, the saved resources could still find their way to somebody's bank account. I was beaten hands down in this conversation. They were upbeat but upset with this country, just like 93% of Kenyans who control 22% of resources in this country of hyenas.